The PMP can be easy. We just got to use these 3 little tricks. Let me walk you through them. All right, number 1, you got to make yourself the hero of the story. Now, if you're going at this trying to memorize, trying to cram it into your brain, having it be some ivory tower, confusing, jargony kind of thing that you just can't get a hold of, you need to stop. You need to think, I'm a project manager. I can do these things. I might not know all the different ins and outs, but I can learn. Make yourself into the story. Make yourself the hero or heroine. See yourself walking through it. If you do that, you will put yourself into the game. You'll feel it in your gut. You'll feel it in your soul. You'll feel it in here. You'll say, oh God, I know what I got to do here. I know this kind of pressure. I can put myself there, and you'll start to work yourself out. Those that don't have a tough time. Those that do, it gets a lot easier. Now, on top of that, you've got to study in the right way. You've got to study in the flow of a real project. Now, I know out there it says people, process, business, environment, but sometimes that wraps you around the axle, and it's confusing. Admit it, all right? What you've got to do is you've got to start at the beginning of a project, and you've got to walk step by step through it in a logical framework, in a logical process, because the things you do at the beginning are not the things you do at the middle and not the things that do at the end. This ain't rocket surgery. That's common sense, okay? So you've got to put yourself into the story, and you've got to walk through step by saying at the beginning, what am I trying to accomplish and why? And that gets to number 3. You've got to ask yourself why constantly. Constantly. Think about it. You're now the hero or the heroine of the story. You are walking on your valiant journey from the beginning of a waterfall project or an agile project. As you go through there, you're defining what is most important and why. And if you define that most critical question, why, and you open yourself up to the ambiguity of not knowing, you will discover what you need to know. Now, if you need help along the path, that's great. Every great hero has a helper, has a Yoda, has a, who was Rocky's guy? Mick or whatever, right? The guy in the Rocky movies. Everybody has someone to help them along the path, but the path is the way. Make yourself the hero. Studying the flow of a project. Constantly ask why so that you understand. Stop just taking information, just because they say. Blah. We don't do that. So if you use these 3 tricks, it's going to get easy. You're going to understand it, and you're going to do great. Now, if you want help, you say, Scott, sounds great, but I need help. Dude, do that. I can help you. All you got to do is reach out. Either get involved with our accelerator, hit the button on our site, pmmasterprep.com, wherever it is down there, and go to it and apply for the accelerator. Tell me your story so that I can understand where you are, early, middle, late, whatever. Your unique background, what experience, why are you doing this, what's your learning style, all these things so that I can design how you go through the path and then support you. Now, whether you work with us or not, your decision, not a big deal, but I will help you regardless. So there's no risk. Go to the thing, apply for the accelerator, put your info in. I will help you get on the path because there's no reason to struggle. There's no reason to struggle. There's a path where you actually learn, you have fun, and you dominate the exam. And at the end, it feels good, man. I look at smiles every single day. You feel more confident, you're better at your job, and you've accomplished what you set out to do. And ain't that the goal? Ain't that the goal? So reach out. I'd love to help you. If you just want to reach out directly, scott@pmmasterprep.com or 757-759-5282. Myself and my team will help you. We're here. Let's do this. See you later, alligator.